want it so bad. The hunger is real. Don't eat it.
Don't eat it.
Don't eat it.
Don't eat it.
And taluses and prayer books and chumashim and all sorts of good things that'll help us celebrate this beautiful Shabbat Breshit and this beautiful Shabbat of Seth's bar mitzvah. How about a big Mazel Tov to our bar mitzvah? Mazel Tov.
Mazel.
That's what you call a big Mazel Tov? Try it again. There you go. Excellent. Seth, we're so excited to be with you. Robin and Scott, Brooke, family, friends, everybody. We're going to have a wonderful, wonderful morning. That's Cantor Benjamin Greenfield, and I'm Rabbi Saul Greif, and we're so happy to see you. And we hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Shabbat in this fall of 2020 when we're celebrating the beginning of a new Torah reading cycle. Today is the first one. So it's great to see you. Enjoy. Hopefully you're good with tables and chairs and everything you need. You don't have to carry everything. If you got a couple of books, you know, there are tables available, and or just put them down somewhere, just as long as you're comfortable and good. Just not the floor, please, as they are Sifrei Kodesh, holy books. If you need, actually, Val, maybe we can put another couple of chairs around because everyone's holding too many books, if that's possible. Yeah, we'll get some more chairs around for you guys to put some books down. Or if a couple people want to help Val, we'll make that convenient for you. That we can do. So while we're doing that, I invite you to join in this beautiful Shabbat melody to start us off. Bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam, bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat 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 shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shalom. Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Great to see you. So, we're going to invite you to open your red Sidurim, the red prayer book. I don't know who came up with the idea of making both books red. Because when I say red, it's like, yeah, which one? The red Siddur. It's a little smaller, right, Rob? There you go. Vanna, please show us what we've got for our winners today. We've got a little smaller, it's a little brighter, and the cover says Siddur, third line in English, S-I-D-D-U-R. That's the prayer book. You all know the word Seder from Passover. It's the same word. The Seder means an order. It's an ordered festival meal. And the Siddur is because the prayers are in a certain order. So that's our prayer book. The other book we'll use later for the Torah. So you don't need that for a little while. Just put that down. On page 101, our bar mitzvah, who those of you who were here last night know what a beautiful job he did. He's all destined to do the same thing this morning, even better. And on page 101, we're going to start out with the singing of Ma Tovu, which is 2 words, which means how good it is. We hope despite all the challenges of pandemic in the world today, we still feel that life is good, the world is good, and a lot of good things are happening. We've certainly got a great thing happening here with Seth today. So on page 101, Seth, Ma Tovu.
Ma tovu, oha lecha Yaakov, mishkanetecha Yisrael. Ma tovu, oha lecha Yaakov,
Mishkanotecha
Yisrael.
Beautiful. We're turning to 103. As we do so, can I ask you if you have a cell phone or anything that might ring to please silence them for the sanctity of the service today, Shabbat? And then on page 103, we invite those who are willing and able to rise for our opening blessings, Birkat HaShachar, all that for which we give thanks. Yeah, go ahead.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam asher natan l'sekvi bina l'chavchin ben yom uven layla.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam she'asani b'tzalmah.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam she'asani ben chorim.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam she'asani Yisrael.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam pokeach ivri.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam malbish arimi.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam matir asuri.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam zokef kefufi.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam rokah ha'aretz al hamayim.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam hamechin mit adei gaver.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam shesali kol sorki.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam Ozer Yisrael Bigvura.
Amen.
Baruch Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Oter Yisrael Bitfura.
Amen.
Baruch Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Hanoten La'ya'ef Koach.
Amen. For all these blessings and more, we give our thanks, and we hope that we'll enjoy what we have and share our blessings with others. We're going to turn ahead a couple of pages to 106, second paragraph, Shema Yisrael.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod
Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. You may be seated. We're turning to page 112. We are up to Shir Shel Yom, which is the psalm for Shabbat. Every day we recite a different psalm to remind ourselves that no 2 days are exactly alike, and every day should be used and lived to its fullest potential. We hope you all have a great day today with Shabbat and the family and Seth and the bar mitzvah, beautiful weather, all good things. Page 112, we're 4 lines from the bottom with a song from the psalm.
Tzadikata
Yifrach
Te'eres balvanon Yizkashitulim Bevet Adonai Bechatzrut Eloheinu
Yafrichu
Od Yenuvun B'Sev
Eva
Tishenim Verananim Iyu Lehagid Yashar Adonai Tzuri Tzuri Belav Latapo.
We turn to page 113. On 113, you'll see Psalm 27. For all of you that are connected to the Jewish calendar, we've been saying this psalm for like 7 weeks since the beginning of a month before high holidays. We do so for a lot of reasons, but it's known as the psalm of the high holiday season. And even though it's over now, it was over last week, we stopped saying it daily. Still, the psalms can be said anytime, anywhere, for any good reason you need to say one. I just wanted to show you the last line at the bottom of 113 because it seems to be ancient advice for a modern situation. In this time of pandemic and so many crazy things going on in this world, the Jewish moral compass and sign of strength has remained a constant. It's our North Star. And so much of it is summed up at the bottom. It says, if only I could trust, I would see God's goodness in the land of the living. We are constantly working to see the goodness in the world and also to promote the goodness. So we hope we'll all do what we can to make our lives in the world better. And then at the end it says, just have hope, be strong, take courage, hope in God, others, and hope in yourselves. And that just seems to be the best advice to get through everything. So we want to wish everybody a beautiful day, a beautiful season. One day we'll get to different times. We'll look forward to seeing each other in public without masks. But until then, let's be brave, let's be optimistic, and let's soldier through as best we can. Page 121 is the Mourner's Kaddish. For anyone who wants to recite these sacred words of remembrance, we'll invite you to rise. We remember individual loved ones. We also remember thousands upon thousands who have died of pandemic in this country and around the world for other reasons. May all their souls have an aliyah mamash l'shamayim, rest in heaven. And I invite you to join me as we say, Yitkadal, v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, v'alama divra chirutei v'amlich malchutei, v'chayechon u'v'yomechon, u'v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'v'zman kariv v'imaru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mivorach, Leolam ulomeo maya, Yitbarach v'yishtabach, v'yitpa'ar, v'yitromam, v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar, v'yitalev, v'yitalal, Shmei dekudsha brichu, le'ela mikol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, da'amiran bi'alama v'imaru, amen. Yehei Shloma Rabba Min Shemaya V'chayim Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael V'imaru Amen. Oseh Shalom B'mromav Hu Yaseh Shalom Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael V'imaru Amen. May be seated, everyone. Page 147. 147, the second paragraph. Shochenad starts the Shabbat Shacharit morning service.
Shochenad marom bekadosh shemo bekatuv lanenu tzadikim b'Adonai la'esharim navagim b'fesharim titalal u'divrei tzadikim titbarach u'velshon chazidim titramam u'b'kereb kiroshim תתקדש, ובמקלות ולבבות עמך בית ישראל. ורעיני יפר שמך מלכן בכל דור ודור, שכן חובקו יצורים לפניך, אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו ואמותינו, להודו להלל, לשבח, לבאר ומם להדר, לברך, להלל לקלס, על כל דברי שלו ותשבחות דוד בן ישי עבדך משיחך ישתבח שמך לעד מלכנו האל המלך הגדול הקדוש בשמיים בארץ כי לך נאה אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו ואמותינו אשר שפכה עליו זמרה עוז ממשל הנצח אלוהי גבורה תהילה תפארת קדושה ומלכות ברכות והודאות מעתה ועד עולם. ברוך אתה אדוני, אל מלך הדור בתשבחות, אל ההודאות אדון הנפלאות, הבוחר בשירי זמרה מלך אלפי העולמים.
Page 148 in the middle, our bar mitzvah is going to lead us in the Chatzi Kaddish.
Yikadal v'yikada shemei rabba.
Amen.
B'yama divra kirite v'yamlich malchute b'cha
Ayechon uvyamechon Kol Beit Yisrael Ba'agala
U'vizman kari
Ve'imaru
Yehei shmei rabba
V'mevorach Li'olam u'amei omaya Yitbarach
Yitbarak v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitala shemei dekudasha
Berichu
le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata
Tushbechata v'nechemata Damiran
v'yimeru.
Amen. Page 149 at the bottom, we celebrate our community gathered together with a minyan plus and lots more on stream and Zoom or wherever everybody's watching from. And you're all welcome, by the way. A little shout out to our Zoom community, whoever's with us, not in the room, but with us. We so welcome you. We hope you feel a great part of this. And Shabbat Shalom to you all. On page 149, we invite those who are willing and able to rise for the celebration of community with Baruch Hu. Baruch Adonai V'Barach Li'olam V'Hed.
Baruch Adonai Barach Li'olam Va'ed.
Together, the bracha at the top of the next page on 150 may be seated. Baruch Atah Adonai
Eloheinu
Melech HaOlam
Yotzer or
Uvarei
Choshech Oseh Shalom
Uvarei.
Uvarei Et HaKol.
We turn ahead to page 153. Third paragraph in bold print are words of holiness, Kadosh.
Kadosh, 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 Adonai Tzevaot, Melech haaretz kebodo. Ve'afani v'chayot HaKodesh Perash Kadom, Minasim lo matzalafim, Yovatam shavachim ve'yomerim. Baruch Kibad Adonai Mimkama. המחדש בטובו בכל יום תמיד מעשה בראשית כאמור לעשרים גדולים כי לעולם חס דוב. אור חדש על ציון תאיר, אור חדש על ציון תאיר, אור חדש על ציון תאיר, אור חדש על ציון תאיר. ונזכה כולנו מהרה ליאורו, ונזכה כולנו מהרה ליאורו, ברוך אדוני יוצא המאורות.
Amen. Page 154. So, Seth, a lot of people ask, like, when does the bar mitzvah actually happen? And there's a lot of answers to that. One is really it's a process, It takes time. It takes 13 years. That's a long process. And you started becoming a bar mitzvah the moment you were born to a Jewish family, got a Jewish name, went on your road. Here you are today, 13 years. And we hope this wonderful process of becoming a wonderful person will continue all of your life. But this is a great moment coming up, a real seminal moment. It's the time you're going to first wear your talit for the first time before the community. It was a gift from grandparents, and got grandparents and parents here and everybody. It's a big celebration. It's great to have loved ones around us. So when you put on the talit, you should know that you're not alone. First of all, numbers are wearing them already. Second of all, Jews all over the world wear talitot every day of the year, every day. Mostly in the morning, sometimes different times. And we put them on and we say a blessing. And one of the things we kind of hope is that this will inspire us to make life meaningful and today meaningful. Because we are told when we gather the four corners of tzitzit, which goes back thousands of years as tradition, it's in the Bible, we're going to sing it today. We are told to look at them and remember that we got a job to do. And that is to leave the world a better place by the time you go to sleep than when you found it when you wake up. And how do Jews do that? Our famous word, mitzvot. We do good things. We help ourselves, we help others, and we do it whenever we can. There are people who literally wake up every day, sing this paragraph, and go out into the world and go, I got to make sure I help somebody today. And that's what they do. And it's a great way to live because it means you're purposeful, you're blessed, you're helping, all the things we value. So we hope you will enjoy this first time that you're doing it as a young adult, and we hope that you too will be inspired by thousands of years of Jews trying to say the world's good, but maybe make it a little better if I help this person, or if I help that person, or do this. And sometimes the person that needs the most help is to help ourselves. That's a big mitzvah too. Help ourselves become all we could be. So know that you are not alone in this. Just imagine all over the world right now, Jews are doing this. Kids are becoming b'nai mitzvah here, everywhere. And we have a long, great tradition. And we hope you'll find your way in it and enjoy it so much. So with those thoughts in mind, we want to invite our bar mitzvah, Seth, to come up. Proud parents, if you want to bring grandparents with you, I know it's a gift from some. It's up to you. Brooke, you can come up too. I don't leave you sitting alone in that row. Come on up. Right here. This guy's in front of the table. Come on, Joe.
So you're on the first step, Seth.
Yeah. Great. Okay. All right, Seth. Seth, come stand right there. Don't move. Remember, you got it. Mom and Dad share the talit. Grandparents, come a little closer, guys. There you go. Everybody come in here. Okay. Hold it for a minute. Yeah, get it the right way. It's going to go this way. Right. And are you folding it lengthwise in half? Were you going to, like, double it over? Like, I think this would be good to go like that. Yeah, right? So, hold on. Don't put it on yet. No. Robin, you got to fold it, sweetie. Like this. Here you go. Let me help you. That's okay. I got you. There you go. That's okay. Just straighten this out now, guys. Make this real straight. Scott, can you help make this straight here? Hold it. Not yet. There we go. Hold it tight. There we go. So Seth is going to chant the bracha. We're going to support him and welcome him to our adult Jewish community by saying Amen. And then with a lot of love and nachas, surrounded by family and friends in the entire Jewish world, you're going to wear your bar mitzvah talit. Real loud. Baruch Adonai. Amen. Beautiful. Beautiful. Make sure it's even. Take a look a little bit more. Rob, pull down your side. Rob. It looks great. It really does. Hold on. Let me just grab this. You look great. Okay. Give him a big hug and a kiss, guys. There you go. How about a big Mazel Tov for Seth and the family? Mazel Tov. Beautiful. Great. Seth, you go on the other side of the table. You guys did great. You guys can all sit down. And now that Seth is wearing his talit, we don't want to leave him out. Now, all of us are wearing a talit. Page 154, we start to gather the arba kanfot, the four corners. Seth, you want to do that too. Grab those big four things. Yeah, see the two ones like that? That's it. And grab them together and tie them around one finger. And we bring them together as a sign of unity. And we're going to sing on 154 of Havienu to Israel's national anthem, expressing solidarity with Jews in Israel all over the world. And after 154, our bar mitzvah is going to lead us in the paragraphs of Shema. V'heinu l'shalom kanfot haaretz v'heinu miyud komemiyud le'artzeinu el poel shuotata v'chata mikol am v'lashon tanu l'shimcha hagadol la behemet lehadol lecha oyacherecha oyacherecha b'yahava
Baruch atah Adonai, habocher b'yamo Yisrael b'yahava.
Cover your eyes real loud. Shema, go ahead.
Shema
Oh, Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kavod, Malchuto Leolam.
V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha v'chol nafshecha v'chol me'odecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom
Alavavecha,
v'shinatam levanecha
Bartaba,
v'shiftecha b'beitecha uv'letecha v'derech v'shoftecha uv'kumecha v'shartam liot al yadecha v'hayu tetafot b'neinecha v'tavtam al mizrach beitecha u'yisharecha.
Page 156, the first paragraph is on our own. In the middle of 156, third paragraph, Vayomer over the tzitzit, our bar mitzvah leads us.
Vayomer Adonai el Moshe lemor daber el bnei Yisrael v'yamarta alehem
V'yasu lahem tzitzit al kanfei ydehem v'dorotam v'nadu al tzitzit v'naf b'til techelet v'yalachem v'tzitzit v'ritem oto v'zkartem et kol mitzvot Adonai v'asitem otam v'lo taturu acharei levavchem v'acharei einechem asher atem zonim achareihem למען תזכרו ועשיתם כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר tivin. Yolam vahed.
Ve'dor v'torah u'kayam u'shma kayam u'chison achon malchuto ve'amato le'kayam. Amen.
Yeah. Do you want him here or sit in? Go ahead, go sit down for a little bit. So now we release our tzitzit, having expressed our greatest values in the paragraphs of the Shema, and we're going to turn to page 158 for Mi Chamocha in the middle.
Mi chamocha va'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nidar b'kodesh, narati lo sefer shir acharacha shibechu geulim l'shimcha al sfat hayam, yachad kulam hodu v'himliku v'yameru.
Adonai Yimloch Le'olam. We invite our Bar Mitzvah to come join us again to begin the Amidah. On 158, we're at the last paragraph. Those who like to rise, we'll invite you to do so for Tzur Yisrael.
Tzur Yisrael, Kumav Yisrat Yisrael, Uvtechenu Mecha Yehuda v'Yisrael. Go Aleinu Adonai Tzvaot Shemo Kedosh Yisrael. Baruch Atah Adonai Yisrael.
Page 159, we begin the Amidah together.
Baruch
Atah Adonai
Eloheinu,
Elohei Avoteinu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak,
Elohei
Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Hagadol, Hagibor, v'Hanorah, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'Konei HaKol, V'Zocher Chastei Avot V'Imahot, U'Mevi Goel Livnei B'neihem, Leman Shemo V'Yahavaham, Melech Ozer Ufoked U'Moshiach U'Magen, Baruch Atah Adonai, Magen Avraham Ufoked Sarah, Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechayim Eitim Atah Rav L'Hoshia, Mashiv HaRuach U'Morida Gashem, Chayim B'Chesed, Mechayim Eitim B'Rachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim B'Rofei Cholim, U'Matir Asurim, U'Mekayim Emunato, Lishenei Afar, Michamocha Bal Gevurot, U'Mido Melech, Melech Meimit U'Mechayeh, U'Matzmiach Yeshua.
V'ne'emanata l'chayot mehitim, Baruch Atah Adonai, Mechayeh hametim.
Amen. Page 161, Words of Holiness with the Kedusha.
Nekadesh et shimcha ba'olam, B'shem shmati shimoto, B'shmei marom, B'shmei marom. K'katuv al yad niviecha, V'karaseh el zeh b'yamai.
Kadosh, 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 Adonai Tzivahot, Melech haaretz kevado.
אז בקול רעש גדול, אדיר וחזק משמיעים כה, מן עצים לעומת צרפים, לאותם ברוך יאמרו.
Baruch kivod Adonai mimkomo.
ממקומך מכנו, מכנו תופיע. Betzion, Motai Timloch Betzion, Bekarov Yamenu Leolam Va'et Tishkon, Bekarov Yamenu Leolam Va'et Tishkon, Titkadal v'titkadash, Titkadal v'titkadash, Beitok Yerushalayim
Yerecha.
Ledor vador, Netzach Netzachim, Ledor vador, Netzach Netzachim. V'yenenu tirena
malchutecha, kadavar ha'amor, shirei uzecha. V'yenenu tirena malchutecha, kadavar ha'amor, v'shirei uzecha. Ayidei David, David, Mashiach Tzidkecha. Ayidei David, Mashiach Tzidkecha.
Elohai Etzion, Ledor Vador.
Hallelujah.
Ledor Vador, Ledor Vador, Ledor Vador, Nagid Godlecha, Ulenetzach Netzachim, Ulenetzach Netzachim, Yerushacha Naktish, Beshivchacha Eloheinu, Mipinu lo yamush le'olam va'ed, Ki al-melech gadol, Ki al-melech gadol v'kadosh ata, Ledor vador, Ledor vador, Nagid Godlecha, Ulenetzach Netzachim, Yerushacha Naktish, Baruch Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh.
Amen. Page 162, second paragraph. The words of tradition, the prayers in our hearts, we continue on our own. You're doing great. We're going to sing Mazel Tov Seth, then you're going to read your twinning speech. Get that ready now. When you're finished, Amidai, be seated. Brooke. You're going to sing Mazel Tov Shalom with your brother and all of us. We'll do it together. You stay right here. We join together in a prayer and a song for peace. Join our bar mitzvah and Brooke at Mazel Tov Shalom. Yaseh Shalom Bimromav. Yaseh Shalom Aleinu. Kol Yisrael. V'imru. Amen. Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, V'yakol Yisrael, Yaseh 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 Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, V'yakol Yisrael. Great job, buddy. You can go. Actually, yeah, you can go sit down for a bit. So Seth is excited to share this bar mitzvah with everybody here today, but also, we got people stream, and we're really sharing it with the whole Jewish community of the world, because we're all sharing each other's smachot. But there's a couple people that he's sharing in a certain light because they are becoming his bar mitzvah twins today. He wants to tell you all about it. Real loud.
For my bar mitzvah, I would like to twin with my grandma Adele and my mom. They both didn't have a bat mitzvah when they were growing up, so I'd like to share my special day with them. My grandmother grew up in a traditional home in New York, and growing up and to this day, Orthodox women were not allowed to read from the Torah or lead prayers. I used to practice for my bar mitzvah with her, and she was very excited to see me lead a service and become a bar mitzvah. When she first passed away, I didn't know if I wanted to have a bar mitzvah without her physically present. However, I know that she would not have wanted me to miss my bar mitzvah, and that she would be happy that we're still doing this even without her here. For my mom, she was never able to have a traditional bar mitzvah either, but when she went to Israel at the age of 18, she had a personal service at the Western Wall, where she made a commitment to live a Jewish life. That is why I am here today. I am proud to say my mom studied Torah with me and helped me learn. During my rehearsal today, my mom read from the Torah for the first time ever, and together we were able to dress and put the Torah away. I am thankful for my grandmother and my mother. Both taught me how important Judaism is as a central part of my life and culture. I know my grandmother is here with all of us in spirit today, and I am thankful to be able to share this bar mitzvah experience with her and with my mom, dad, sister, family, all of you, both in person and those watching on live stream.
Seth, I know you're busy looking at the piece of paper, but a lot of us are looking at your mom's face, and looking at that face was priceless. Absolutely priceless. What a journey. Your grandparents have taken, your mom took, getting an official bat mitzvah with you today. This is what we call the Dor Vador. We celebrate from one generation to the next. We are only here because of parents, and they're only here because of grandparents, and not only physical life, but all the values and the traditions that we learn, we pick up from others. And so now you are the latest link in this chain of tradition, and we hope it won't stop with you, but that one day, if you grow up, you wind up having kids, you'll teach them the same thing, and they'll have b'nai mitzvah, and so on and so on and so on, as they say, like we've been doing for 4,000 years now. So it's a really great moment. You have a beautiful grandmother in heaven who's honored, and a beautiful mom sitting right here who is touched beyond words. And so we hope you'll all feel the sense of twinning, the sense of togetherness, that we're all in this in life and in Jewish life, and with our challenges today and our joys, it brings us together as one. It's a beautiful, beautiful ceremony for your twinning today. We're so proud of you. So now we're going to turn in our Sidurim to page 168. 168. And we'd like to invite those who are opening the Ark, grandparents Susan Harvey, whoever's coming up, Sister Brooke, any of that group, all of them, some of them, whatever you want, come on up, and we're going to sing on 168, the Torah service.
In kamocha v'Elohim Adonai v'in k'maasecha malchutecha malchut kol amim u'memshaltecha b'chodor v'ador
When it comes time, you pull this all the way to the right, all the way, all the way, all the way. You'll both do it. I'll help you too, okay? And you'll help too, okay?
לעולם ועד. אדוני עוז ימו ייתן. אדוני יברך את עמו בשלום.
הרחמים
היטיב ברצונך
את ציון.
תבנה חומות ירושלים. תבנה
חומות ירושלים.
כי בך לבד בטחנו, מלך עולם ונישא
Okay, guys. Go ahead,
אדון
right now. Push
עולמים.
all the way, all the way, all the way. Let us rise. Good. Come a little closer. Good. Come stand over here, Brooke. Move back a few steps. Right there. Don't move. V'yafutzu oivecha
וינוסו משנאיך
מפניך.
מציון
תצא תורה
מציון תצא תורה
ודבר אדוני
מירושלים
ברוך שנתן.
תורה תורה ברוך שנתן
Shema
תורה
real loud.
לעמו
We'll turn around for that.
ישראל בקדושתו.
Close the ark again now. Just push the door. Close the ark again. Push the doors close. Here we go. Take this. Beautiful. Go stand up at the table. Hold it real tight. Come, Mazel Tov. You guys can have a seat. Brooke, you have a seat. And now our bar mitzvah continues with Shema Yisrael.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Everyone? Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonai Kadoshenu.
Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Adonai. God, real loud. Beautiful. Okay. Here, you give me this. Take the two crowns off. Seth, take two crowns off. Stand them up there. Hold them up. That's it. Keep going. Stand them up there. You want to move this? Yad. You may be seated, everybody. We are switching from one red book to another. We're going to put aside our Sidurim. We're going to reach for the red books that say Eitz Chaim on the cover, which means the tree of life. The Torah is called Eitz Chaim, the tree of life, because its values and its history support us. And we're going to invite you to start to open them up to pages 17. Page 17. Where we're going to begin reading from the first portion of it all. You can see how it's all the way in the right. We just said Simchas Torah, starting the Torah all over again. So we'd like to invite Seth to share with us an introduction to today's reading. Go ahead. Yeah, you can take that off when you read it. It's okay. Go ahead.
The name of my Torah portion is Breshit. Breshit is found in the book of Genesis and is the first word in the Torah. My portion starts with Genesis chapter 1, verse 1, and ends with chapter 6, verse 8. It has both biblical accounts of the creation story, one where God creates the world, and the other one in more detail about day 6, where Adam and Eve are made, the Garden of Eden, and Cain and Abel. The things that I took from this Torah portion are to be a good listener in life and to protect one another. Let me explain. When God created Adam and Eve, he put them in the Garden of Eden to work the soil and the plants. God warned them not to eat the fruits from the tree of all knowledge, for if they did, they should be doomed to die. However, the most cunning animal is a serpent. He tricked Adam and Eve to eat fruits of the tree of all knowledge, and their eyes were opened. They now knew all things. God was mad and punished everyone. He made the serpent have no spine. Now he would have to crawl on his belly. He made Eve have horrible pains in pregnancy, and Adam had to eat bread for the rest of his life. If Adam and Eve had listened to God, they wouldn't have gotten in trouble. In the story of Cain and Abel, both brothers give God an offering. Cain gives some of his harvest, and Abel brings choice lambs from his flock and their fattest parts. God approved Abel's offering, but on the other hand, he didn't approve Cain's. When both boys were in the field, Cain turned on Abel and killed him. Later, God asks, "Where is your brother Abel? Where is your brother Abel?" Cain then responds, "How should I know? Am I my brother's keeper?" In this case, given the current pandemic, we should all be our brother's keepers and keep everyone safe by wearing masks so we don't spread COVID-19. We should listen to the scientists and experts so we know how to protect one another from getting this deadly virus. The easiest way we can do this is by wearing masks. These keep germs from going on to other people when you cough, sneeze, or talk. Another way is to be socially distant. This means to stay 6 feet apart from people you don't live with. However, this can still be applied to people you live with, especially if it's your little sister that's annoying the heck out of you. Finally, there's hand washing. Scrubbing your hands with soap and water for 30 seconds gets rid of all the bad germs on your hands. Never did I think that at the age of 13 I would be singing the AV song so many times during the day just to make sure my hands were clean. In conclusion, we should all be good listeners in life, especially to our parents, disease experts, and scientists, in order to learn and stay safe. Similarly, we should all protect and look out for one another, including family, friends, and elderly, given the current times.
Seth Gushkoff, thank you for introducing something. Is that an echo? You hear that? Yeah. Technology, man, you never know what's gonna happen, really. Like, everything I said at 9:30, I could hear it now, it'll come back, you know, but, all right, we'll roll with it, so. Anyway, so, Seth, there are amazing lessons in Breshit, and you shared some great ones with us today. Every day and every Shabbat, Jews go to synagogue, they read the Torah reading, and they say, what can I learn from this? Because we try to learn all the time. So you obviously learned some great things. You taught us some great things. We hope you always learn from the Torah and good things, how to grow into the best person you can be. Yashkal, very good. So now we're going to turn to page 17, where you will see that we are in chapter 3 of Genesis. Chapter 1 and 2 talked about the creation of the world and humanity and Shabbat. And now we're up to a story from the Garden of Eden that a lot of us know about, the Nachash, the snake that tempted Eve, and Eve and Adam ate, etc. And then they were forced to leave paradise of the Garden of Eden and to kind of like confront the world as we know it, the real world. So we're going to have 3 opening aliyot. And for our first ones, we are honored to call Cousin Neil and friend Jonathan. Come on up. Yamdu, Harishonim. And the reading again will start on page 17, where the big 3 and Gimel is, with verse 1. You guys good?
Where is it? You take it. You know where it is. Good. You got it. Sweet.
I'm sorry, guys. You're going to go down there to that table. Yeah. Okay. Right, all of our aliyot, we're going to ask you to go to that table there. What you can do is, Neil, wait, don't, there you go. You can take you and anybody who wants to participate, take your seat, hold it up towards the Torah. That's what we do. Because a lot of people don't always get so close, big congregations, big crowds, not lately, but you know, usually. And we hold it up towards the Torah, then we kiss it, and then you'll sing Baruch Hu. Ready? Baruch Hanayim Baruch Le'olam. Hannah's right here with you. Do you know where you're at? It's a holy eye. I'll hold this here. I'll hold this. You just make sure you got the right place. Amen.
Amen. V'chanachash haya arum mikol chayat hasadeh asher asa Adonai Elohim v'yomer ha'isha av kimar Elohim lo techlu mikol etagan v'tomer ha'isha el chanachash mipri etagan nochel mipri ha'et asher b'tochagan amar Elohim lo tochlu mimenu v'lo tigu bo pen timutun v'yomer ha'nachash el ha'isha lo mo timutun, ki yodea Elohim, ki b'yom achochem mimenu, v'nifkachu einechem, v'yitem k'Elohim, yodei tov hara, v'terah ha'isha, ki tov ha'etz ma'achal, v'chi ta'avahu l'einayim, v'nechmad ha'etz lehaskil, v'tikach mipiryo v'tacha, v'titein gam l'isha, ima v'yacha, v'tipakachna einei shnehem, v'yedu ki emrimim hem, v'yipru alei te'ina, v'yasu lahem chagarot.
Good.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah emes, v'kayei olam natav esacheinu. Baruch atah Adonai Nosein haTorah.
And I want you to hold this side here, because this is going to roll. Come stand closer this way. There you go. Okay. Yesh Kach, gentlemen, excellent. We're going to invite you to find your seats. And now we're going to continue with the second Aliyah, which is going to be on page 19. Page 19, verse 8. Our second Aliyah, we'd like to invite several friends. You'll come to that table down there. We've got Lauren and Alexis and Melanie and Jennifer and Michael and Mindy. What's up? What? Oh, we are? Oh, okay, gotcha. Didn't know that. Okay. So, I'm sorry, we're moving a little further on in the story. We're going to be at verse 22 on page 23, where it's Genesis chapter 3, verse 22. If you look at the couple of verses right before that, we see Eve's name introduced to all of us. So Adam and Eve are first couple. And then verse 21 teaches us a beautiful, beautiful mitzvah. God made them garments of skins for Adam and his wife and clothed them when they went into the real world. From this we learn what a great mitzvah it is to clothe people, to make sure that people have things. I'm always so moved. I'm sure you guys have seen on TV the commercial for the Bombas sock company. And I am not promoting it. I don't own it. I have no stake in this. But when they talk about that they donated a pair for every pair they sold, and I guess it's true. I guess I wouldn't say it to the whole world, and someone would say, no, you didn't. But also they said, which was really enlightening, they said socks are the #1 requested items at homeless shelters. Just think about it. I don't think anybody here has ever woken up and said, gee, I wish I had socks and shoes to wear today. But a lot of people do in this world, and they still do. And so whatever we can do to clothe and protect people, ourselves, others, is a mitzvah, the highest priority. And it all goes back right here. God took the time to make sure that Adam and Eve had what they needed when they emerged into the world. So our second Aliyah, Yamdu Hashneim. Okay. Baruch Adonai Baruch Le'olam Vahed.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher b'haranu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'Torah.
Amen.
Amen. Vayomer Adonai Elohim. Hein ha'adam haya ke'echad mimenu l'dat tov hara, v'yata pen yishlach et yado. ולקח גם מעץ החיים ויאכל וחי לעולם וישלחהו אדוני אלוהים בגן עדן לעבוד את האדמה אשר לקח משם ויגרש את האדם וישכן מקרב לגן עדן את הקירובים ועת לטעת החרב המרחפת לשמור את דרך עץ החיים.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'chayei olam natav b'tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'Torah.
Amen. Beautiful. Yesh Koch, everyone. Great job, guys. This looks like a traveling choir coming up. You guys did amazing. So,
You got it. Great.
little Genesis levity. One day Eve turned to Adam. She's got her name today. We see it, right? Anybody have a name? Chava or Chaya? The women, beautiful woman's name. It means life. Eve was the mother of all life. And a Chava or a Chaya, it's all the same word. If you're a man, you have the Hebrew name Chaim. It's the same word. Chaim is life. We say l'chaim to people, to life. So one day in the Garden of Eden, they were walking around and they had their new clothes and were all excited and all that. God gave them clothes and Eve turned to Adam and said, Adam, he said, what? She said, do you love me? And Adam went, who else? Really? Nothing?
I groaned for everyone.
Really? Do we get it? Alexis, who else? There's nobody else? All right. I had 30 other jokes I was going to tell you. I'm scrapping them all, that's for sure. Anyway, so it's a great story. Adam and Eve were the parents of all creation. On a serious note, the Torah asked the question, why was all of life from two people, one person and two? And a beautiful answer is, so no one could ever say, like today, and we've got it in the world, and we've had it, that I'm better than you. No, you're not. We all came from the same couple. We're all same. We're all united. We're all brethren. No lineage is better than another. We all come ultimately from one couple. So it's a great line, and hopefully it'll unite us one day. And we read all that at the beginning of the Torah. Great lessons about listening and unity and all these other things. So now we are up to our next aliyah. And our next aliyah, which is number 3, is going to be chapter 4, verse 8, which is on page 26. And it's the story of Cain and Abel. And we want to invite Yamdu Hashlishim. Proud parents, Robin and Scott, please join us at Shaul Gabriel Veranya Dvorah Hashlishim. Baruch Hanai Barak Le'olam Vahed.
Baruch Adonai Habarach Le'olam Vaed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai noten ha'torah.
Amen.
Amen. Vayomer Kain el hevel achiv, vayehi biotam basadeh, vayakam Kain el hevel achiv, vayahargehu, vayomer Adonai el Kain, hevel achicha, vayomer lo yadati, ashomer achi anochi, vayomer me asita, kol demei achicha, sokim elai min hadamah, Yeta arorata min hadama asher pasta et piha lakachat et ameachicha miadecha ki ta'avod et ha'adama lo tusib tekhucha lach davana tiyeh ba'aret vayomer Kain el Adonai gadol avoni min so hein gerasha oti hayom me'al penei hadama beneath penecha esater v'hayiti lavanad ba'aret v'yakomoti yahargeni v'yomer lo Adonai lachin kol harei Kain shivatayim yakam v'yasem Adonai leKain od levyatiot kototo komoto v'yedav Kain lifnei Adonai v'yeshev be'eretz nod kidmat
Eden.
Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher natan lanu Torah emet. V'chayei olam nata b'tocheinu. Baruch Atah Adonai noten ha'torah.
Amen. Yashikov, the proud parents, Robin and Scott, not only you were bat mitzvah and twin today, but also in reality, as you shared these brachot today, and enjoy this wonderful day for all that it's worth. So now, can we let the Chutz Kaddish go? Great. So now we're going to offer a Mishaberach. When the Torah's out, we have a tradition of saying heartfelt prayers, because we hope that the Torah will strengthen us and inspire us to help others and to remain strong in the face of adversity. So every time the Torah's out, we say a prayer of Mishaber for the Cholim, for people who are sick. For those of you who are here, when I say this prayer, I want to invite you to think about the names of the people that you're praying for. For those that are on stream or Zoom, whatever it is, we want you to do the same at home. When we're kind of like on Zoom and together, we all go around, say names at a time, but there's so many people here and there. And we're going to think of all of them. We're also going to think of all the people who are sick from corona and sick in the world from whatever it might be, because we really include everybody in our thoughts and our prayers, not just people who are here and people well, but people everywhere. And people everywhere know that we're praying for them. They've been told and saying them, and it really helps to rally their strength and their energies. So we're going to hope for all this. So if you have a name of someone that you want to pray for, it's included in this prayer. As we say with the Torah today, we say, Mishberach Avatena Avram Yitzchak V'Yaakov V'Imotena Sarvif Karach V'Leah Varach V'Rape Hekol HaCholim HaEleh HaKadosh Baruch Hu Yimalei Rachmei Aleim L'Chazikam V'Potam V'Yishlach Lahem V'Imheira Refuah Shleim L'Shamayim Refuah T'Nefesh Refuah T'Guf Shabbat Bereshit Him Lizok Hashbagalaz Makari V'Nomar Amen. This prayer goes out for everyone. They should have a refuah shleima, complete and speedy recovery, mamash, and hopefully get back to good things. And today, as you know, is the start of a new Torah cycle, of a new book, of new everything. Let it be a new start for everyone towards healing and for all of us towards better days. Amen. Amen. So now we're going to turn to the fourth aliyah. Does he have it? Okay. Maftir, and the final one. And you're going to find this one in chapter 6, verse 5, which if you turn ahead to page 34, it'll be right there. So there's so much to talk about in Breshit, but there's a lot of beauty. You know, we talked about that last night, how the world was good with the days of creation. And now look what happens. After all the great design of creating a beautiful world with Adam and Eve, the whole thing falls apart. Look at page 34. It says, God lamented the fact that people became so evil so quickly, and were really hurting each other. And there was a design to kind of like end all that and to change it all. And the whole world could have been destroyed, and that would have been it, and we never would have known anything else. But the last line gives us hope. It says, V'noch matzachein b'nei Adonai. But one man found favor. He was a good man. His name was Noah. We all know the story of Noah and the ark. It's going to be read next week. One of the great lessons we cull from this is even if the whole world is evil and rotten, one good person can make a difference. So hopefully you'll never look at yourself and say, what can I do? I'm just one person in the face of everything we need to do. But rather say, how can I at least do something or make this situation better? And sometimes we never know how effective we can be until we really jump in. Can you imagine what would have happened if Noah wasn't there? It looks like everything would have been destroyed, and then we wouldn't be here today. We'd be, God knows where we'd be. But it's a great lesson, and it's a great story. And also reminds us of the ups and downs of life. Everything was great, creation, celebration, Adam and Eve, and then it's all going to come crashing down. But after Noah's redemption, it's all going to get rebuilt up. It's like a spiritual night and day in our lives. So we hope all of you, when you go through your spiritual nights and tough times and all that, days of destruction, illness, whatever it might be, you'll look forward to the sun shining, better days, and work to get them. So on page 34, we are so honored to call up our bar mitzvah for his aliyah. Yamod, Yamod, Yamod. Habachor bar mitzvah, Shal Moshe ben Shal Gavriel, Marani Devora, Maftir Chazak. Baruch Hanai Baruch Lilam Vahed.
Baruch Adonai HaBaruch Lilam Vahed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Vayar Adonai kirba, ra'at hadam ba'artz, kol yetzer makshevot libo, rak kol hayom. Vayinachem Adonai, kiasat hadam ba'artz, vayetzev libo, vayemer Adonai, and chet hadam asher barati, me'ol penei adamah, me'adam ad behema, Ad remes viado fashemayim, ki nichamti, ki asitim, be'noach, matzachim, be'enei
Adonai.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chayei olam nata b'tochenu Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen. Good. Can we just cover that? Mom and Dad, want to come join us? Brooke, that means you too. Can't bear you sitting alone in that row by yourself. It's just too sad. Just come on up. There we go. Guys, all stand together right here. So, Seth, as you become a bar mitzvah, this is another seminal moment when you have your first aliyah and your beautiful reading, and with mom and dad and your sister so proudly standing at your side, and your family and friends here and on the camera, we want to offer this bar mitzvah prayer for you. Mishaberach Avotenu Avram Yitzchak v'Yaakov v'Yimotenu Sarich Torach v'Leah. V'Yivarech ad Bachor bar mitzvah et Shal Moshe ben Shal Gavriel v'Ranya Devora. She'egia yom mitzvot v'Ala lichlot hamakom lichlot Torah v'lichvot Shabbat Bereshit. HaKadosh Baruch Hu yishmerel v'yichayel v'yichonenu libo liot shalom min alahav lagot b'torato lalechet b'rachav v'lishmor mitzvotav v'yishlach bracha v'atzlacha b'chol masei yadav. Yehi ratzon she'yizkor rab legadlo l'Torah u'lechuppah u'lemasim tovim v'nomar Amen. We ask the God who has blessed our ancestors, Abraham and Sarah, Isaac and Rebekah, Jacob, Rachel, and Leah, to bless our bar mitzvah, Seth Michael Wolkoff, on this Shabbat Bereshit of his bar mitzvah, when he came to the age of reaching mitzvot. Seth, today is a beautiful day, and so we want to give thanks. We want to appreciate the fact of the gift of life that brought you into this world, into a family, with friends, with lots of love and teaching and good times and fun and lessons that brought you to this moment. We want to celebrate this moment because life is a series of moments. So I hope you're all enjoying right now what's happened. Not what's next and later and this and that. And I know we're thinking about the Eagles. I am too. It's okay, but that's tomorrow. So right now, just this moment, because that's really where life is, right in front of us. And sometimes we forget that. And we don't notice the blessings that are right here. So we hope that life will provide you a series of gorgeous moments that you'll enjoy. Last but not least, Seth, today's really about tomorrow. You started to become a bar mitzvah, but you should never finish. Always be a proud young man, proud young human, Jew, member of the congregation. Keep coming back. There's a lot of Torah yet to read. Not reading the whole thing today. All right, we've got more to go. So come back and help us with that. Do all sorts of great things and be a blessing to yourself, the Jewish people, and all of humanity. For this we pray for years of health and happiness and peace. And let us all say, Amen. And a big Mazel Tov. Mazel Tov. There you go. Great job, guys. Mom and Dad, Brooke, you guys can sit down. Beautiful job. You stay right here. You and I. Okay. So now we're going to, am I forgetting anything before we do Haggadah? Okay. So now we're going to invite the congregation to rise for Haggadah and Galila as we put the Sefer Torah back and wrap it up together. V'zod haTorah asher sam Moshe lifnei b'nei Yisrael al pi Adonai b'yad Moshe. Okay. Seth, I want you to tie that real tight around the middle with the clasp over here. Clasp on the other side. Moshe. Okay. We have to get this fixed. Wait a minute. There we go. Almost. Okay. Seth, get the yod. And then we'll put it here. Great. Okay. Put it on top. Put the chain around the top. Good. Put this on them. Okay. Like, seated, everyone. I want to invite you to turn in your Chumashim to page 36. There's an introductory note to the Haftarah in 35 for your interest, and then on page 36 you'll see the Haftarah is a selection from the prophetic writings of Isaiah. He starts with chapter 42, verse 5, and you'll see right away he talks about the creation of heaven and earth. So there's a parallel theme with our Torah reading today. And Seth's going to chant the blessings and his Haftarah to us all. Good. There you go.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar b'be'im tovim v'ratza b'ad Abraham hana'emarim be'emet. Baruch atah Adonai abocher b'Torah u'Moshe avdo Yisrael amo u'nevi'ei ha'emet v'atzedek.
Amen.
Kamar ha'el Adonai borei ha'shamayim v'noteihem roka ha'artz v'setza'eha notein neshama la'am aleha v'ruach l'hochim ba. Ani Adonai keraticha v'tzedek v'achzik b'yadecha v'torcha v'techa livritam le'orgoyim livkoach einayim ivrot lehotzi mimasker asir mibeit kele yoshvei choshe. Ani Adonai Yushemi Yigvodi Le'acher Lo'atein Utilati Lapsili Harishonot Hinevahu V'chadashot Ani Magid B'terem Titzmachna Ashmi Etchem Shiru Adonai Shir Chadash Tehilato Mikse Ha'aretz Yordei Hayam Ulo'im V'yoshveihem Yisud Midbar V'arav Chaterim Teshev Kedar Yaronu Yoshvei Selah Merosh Harim Yitzbachu Yasimu Adonai Kavod Utilato Ba'im Yagidu Adonai kagibor yetze keish milchamot yair kinah yaria af yatzria oivav ikabar hechesheti me'olam acharish etapah kelida efer v'eshav yachad Achariv harim va'ot b'chol esbam ovish v'samti necharot la'im v'agamim ovish v'chakti ivrim v'derek lo yada'u v'intivot lo yadu ad richem asim makshak lifnehem la'or Akashim lemishor ele hadvarim asitim velozavtim nasogu achor yevoshu voshet habochim bapasel ha'amrim lemasecha atem Eloheinu hechershim shema'u v'cha ivrim habitu lirot mi Ve'er ki imavdi v'cheresh kemalachi eshlach mi iver kim shulam ve'iver ke'eved Adonai rabot velo tishmor pakoach oznaim velo yishma Adonai chafetz uman tzidko yagdil Torah v'yadir Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Sor kol ha'amim Sadik b'chol chadarot Ha'el ha'ne'eman ha'omer v'yoseh Ha'medaber u'mekayim Shekodev harav emet b'tzedek Ne'eman atahu Adonai Eloheinu V'ne'emanim devarecha V'devar echad mivarecha Achor lo yashuv rekam Ki el melech ne'eman v'chaman atah Baruch atah Adonai
Baruch Hu, Baruch Shema.
Ha'el ha'ne'eman b'chol devarav
Amen.
Rachem al Tzion ki beit chayenu V'lovat nefesh toshia b'mheira v'yameinu Baruch atah Adonai
Baruch Hu, Baruch Shema.
Mesameach Zion b'banecha
Amen.
Samcheinu Adonai Eloheinu Ve'eliyahu hanavi avdecha Yivmalchut beit David mishimchecha B'mheira yavo ve'yagel libeinu Al kiso lo yeshev zar V'lo yinchod od hacharim ekavodo Ki v'shem kodechecha nishbata lo Shelo yichbe neiro li'olam va'ed Baruch atah Adonai
Baruch Hu, Baruch Shema.
Magen David
Amen.
Al ha'torah v'al ha'avodah v'al ha'anvi'im v'al yom hashvat hazeh shenatata lanu Adonai Eloheinu l'kedusha v'limincha l'chavod ol tifaret Hakol Adonai Eloheinu anachnu modim lach u'marchim otach Yibarak shemcha b'fi kol chai tamid le'olam va'ed Baruch atah Adonai
Baruch Hu, Baruch Shema.
Mekadesh HaShabbat
Amen. Let's celebrate this great moment, guys. Simon Tavo, Mazel Tov. Simon Tavo, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Simon Tov. Simon Tavo, Mazel Tov, Mazel Tov, Simon. Yehelanu, 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 Olecha Yisrael. Yehelanu, Yehelanu, Olecha Yisrael. Yehelanu, Yehelanu, Olecha Yisrael. Yehelanu, Yehelanu, Olecha Yisrael. Simon Tov and Mazel Tov, everybody. So at this moment, we would like to invite Grandmother Annette is going to come forward and share a reading, yeah? With our bar mitzvah entitled A Wish for You.
If there would be only one thing in life for us to teach you, we would teach you love, to respect others so that they may find respect in yourself, to learn the value of giving so that if there comes a time in your life that someone really needs you, you will give, to act in a manner that you wish to be treated, to be proud of yourself, to laugh and smile as much as you can in order to help bring joy back into the world, to have faith in others, to be understanding, to stand tall in the world and learn to depend on yourself, to learn to appreciate the people who love you, the simple beauty that God gave you, and to find peace and serenity within yourself.
Okay, thank you so much. And I know we have lots of wishes for a bar mitzvah, not just one, but many. So we'll wish them for you and hope that good things come true. And now at this time, we'd like to invite dear family friend Joanna. Would you come join us? And you've got a reading to share also entitled Live Each Day.
Live each day to the fullest. Get the most from each hour, each day, and each age of your life. Then you can look forward with confidence and back without regrets. Be yourself, but be your best self. Dare to be different and to follow your own star. And don't be afraid to be happy. Enjoy what is beautiful. Love with all your heart and soul. Believe that those you love you. Forget what you have done for your friends, and remember what they have done for you. Disregard what the world owes you, and concentrate on what you owe the world. When you are faced with a decision, make that decision as wisely as possible, then forget it. The moment of absolute certainty never arises. Blessed is the generation in which the old listen to the young, and double blessed is the generation in which the young listen to the old.
Two beautiful pieces of inspiration and prayers for Seth and for us all. So now, inside your tan-colored Shabbat pamphlets, you should find the words to Lichi Lach. Seth, we sing this song to all of our B'nai Mitzvah. It's based on Genesis 12, which we'll read in 2 weeks from now. And it's based on the beginning of Jewish life when God said to Abraham and Sarah, go out and start this new people. And the words are Lichi Lach. Debbie Friedman, Zichronah V'Lecha, wrote it, who passed away. Talented musician, and it's our wish for you. All of us are on journeys in life, and today you're starting a new chapter. Now you're bar mitzvah, and so the whole world's in front of you. What will you choose to do with your journey, for yourself, with your family, with your friends, the Jewish people, and all of humanity? We hope you'll make your journey as blessed and meaningful and significant as possible, and we wish the same for all of us, that our journeys in life should take us to great places. So if you know these words, and they're easy to follow along, feel free to sing with us. Lechi Lach, to a land that I will show you. Lech Lecha, to a place you do not know. Lechi Lach, on your journey I will bless you. You shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing. Lechi Lach. Lechi Lach. And I shall make your name great. Lech Lecha. And all shall praise your name. Lechi Lach, to the place that I will show you. The Simchat Chaim, the Simchat Chaim, the Simchat Chaim, Lechi Lach. And you shall be a blessing, you shall be a blessing. You shall be a blessing, Lechi Lach. Be a blessing always, and enjoy your journey in life. Amen.
Amen.
So now we're going to turn in our Sidurim to page 183, and we are going to invite those of you who are closing the Ark to come join us. Aunt Kimberly and Sister Brooke, please do. We want to invite the two of you to come up. Okay. Right, stay right there. Okay, start your hello.
Yeah, hallelujah, Shem Adonai,
Go open the
Kinis
ark, guys,
Gav
right now.
Shemo Levaito, Hodol eretz v'shamayim, vayarem keren liyamod, hila lechol chasidav, lifnei Yisrael am kerobo. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Ki lekach tov natati lachem, torati atazovu, et chaim hi lamachazikim ba, betomcheha meushar, deracheha darchei noam, Bechol netivoteha shalom, hashivenu Adonai, elecha v'nashuva, Chodesh, Chodesh Yameinu, Chodesh Yameinu kekedem.
Okay, you may be seated, everyone. Seth, take out your project speech. And this is going to be real loud and proud, too, okay? All right. Okay, get ready, I'll tell you when. Take off your mask for this. So in order to become a bar mitzvah, we thought we would ask Seth to do a mitzvah. A mitzvah is originally translated into the Torah as a commandment. Today there are Jews all over the world who believe that what the Torah says has to be done. It's not a matter of if you want to, opinion, sometimes I'll see, if I feel like it. No. People do mitzvot every day. They pray, they give tzedakah, they study Torah, the list goes on and on. A lot of you know all about this, and that's how they see it. Others see the mitzvot in the Torah as good deeds, wonderful things to do, good choices to make in life, to help yourself, to help others, etc. But no matter how you see mitzvot, Jews do mitzvot, regardless of their definite theology and what they believe in and think. A lot of people know that this is how we live our lives. We help others best we can. And Jews doing mitzvot have made this world a much better place in so many ways. Helped individuals and groups and just everybody. So for everybody that does something righteous to benefit another, it's a mitzvah the greatest priority. So we taught this to Seth, and Seth said, I want to do a mitzvah project, and he wants to tell you all about it.
For everybody that knows me, my favorite sport is baseball. When I was going to do my mitzvah project in the spring, I was planning to help with the Baseball Challenger League. This helps kids with special needs play baseball. Unfortunately, COVID put a stop to that. My new mitzvah project will be to collect used baseball equipment to donate to the Pitching for Baseball and Softball charity. I've also donated money to the Philadelphia Phillies Charities, the charitable arm of the Philadelphia Phillies, to help bring awareness of people in need and provide support to local organizations. These mitzvot are Sorchei Sibor, taking care of the needs of the community, and Gimilu Hasidim, acts of loving kindness. I plan to continually volunteer my time and support to charitable organizations throughout the rest of my life. I would also like to take the time to thank everybody who is here in the synagogue and on live stream. Rabbi Greif, Cantor Ben, Rabbi Roney, Val, BTBJ Religious School, my friends, my parents, and my sister Brooke. Special thanks to Cantor Benjamin for teaching me all year in person, on FaceTime, and on Zoom to get me ready for this day. And thanks to my parents and my sister for listening to me practice and encouraging me to study and do my best. And finally, to all of you, to my friends and family that are here in the sanctuary with us, and those that are watching from other places, thank you for supporting me throughout my life and on this very special occasion. This has been a tough year for all of us, for different reasons, and your support means a lot and really has carried my family and I through this year. I'm so happy to be here with all of you today, continuing the tradition of becoming a Jewish adult. I look forward to being able to support all of you in the future as well. Thank you.
For all of you baseball fans, you know the playoffs are going on right now if you've been watching. So, they said it couldn't be done. Life wouldn't go on. But look, we've got baseball, we've got football, we had hockey, we had the NBA. It all went on. All different, There really weren't any fans there. And even now there's some more fans going to show up at the football game tomorrow and all that. As I've been watching the baseball playoffs, Seth, I was thinking about your project. And what really struck me was that, for all of you who've been watching, and the baseball's really been amazing. For some reason, this has been an incredible year. I don't know, maybe the older I get, the younger the players are, but they're just unbelievable, talents in the sport. It's really some game. So on such a high level. They've had commercials saying that there are a lot of kids in America who won't be able to afford to play Little League this year, if you've seen those commercials. And I thought about you. And I thought about what you did to try to help others play. A lot of it starts with where we are at. You love baseball, so you wanted to share that with others. Other people love other things, so they share their passions with others. But when I thought about that, I thought there's going to be some kids who are going to be better off because of the project you did. And hopefully that'll let you lay down in peace every night to say, I didn't fix the whole world today, but I couldn't, and it wasn't my responsibility to fix everything, but I was supposed to do something, and I did that. So the next time I hear that commercial, I'm going to talk to my TV and go, I know a kid who's going to help some kids play, and I know maybe others will help others too, and they do. But what a great project, and I hope you'll always be happy when you help others and seek to do mitzvot your entire life. How about a big Mazel Tov again, Seth? Stay right here. Leave all that there. So on behalf of our congregation, it's my pleasure to call upon Alexis Bentley, dear friend of the family, one of our leaders, to come forward. Alexis has a presentation for our bar mitzvah today. Stay right here.
Okay, so I'm not wearing a Penn State mask, so I'm wearing your mask, but that's you. I'm going to probably cry because I've already cried like 50 times already today. But Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
I am so honored to have the opportunity to stand here on behalf of the Board of Directors of BTBJ and speak about Seth. I have known Seth since he was in kindergarten with my daughter Lily. Lots of kids here were with him. Seth, you are the kindest, most caring, and one of the most loyal kids I have ever known. You are super fun. You are intelligent. And not only have I had the joy of watching you grow up, but I've also been fortunate enough to have you as a camper at Twin Spring Farm. So we had a lot of time playing tennis together and enjoying a lot of super athletic activities. Our families have made amazing memories together over the years. And I didn't even put this in here, but like our trips to Hershey Park and all of the fun things that we've done go on and on and on, beach trips, everything. Seth, you absolutely have a heart of gold. And so I know that what Rabbi Bryce was saying about continuing on a journey and doing this boat, that is not something I ever have to think about or worry about with Seth, because Seth is going to be about a life of giving back to others, because that's just who he is. So today, I stand here and share in your family's Nahas as you become a Jewish adult. Your family and friends are so immensely proud of you for all of your hard work and your accomplishments in life. You should be so proud of yourself. You really should. You are an amazing athlete. You are a crazy Philly sports fan. And I see how you put as much of that passion for sports into all that you specifically did, especially your commitment to school and your Jewish education. From your consistent success as a distinguished honor roll student to your achievement as a percussionist in your wind ensemble and the CMS band. You give 150%
Shabbat Shalom. Mazel Tov. Beautiful. Seth, hold on. Alexis, do me a favor. Give them the Robin. Thank you. Yeah, great job. Open up to 204. Okay. Alexis Yoshikov, thank you for those beautiful words of friendship and of representing our synagogue so beautifully, as you always do. And now we're going to turn to page 204, where we continue with Ein Keloheinu.
Ein Keloheinu, Ein Kadonenu, Ein Kemalkeinu, Ein Kemoshienu, Mich Eloheinu, Mich Adonenu, Mich
Kemalkeinu, Mich Moshienu.
Nodel Eloheinu,
Nodel Adonenu,
Nodel Malkeinu,
Nodel Moshienu.
Baruch Eloheinu,
Baruch Adonenu,
Baruch Malkeinu,
Baruch Moshienu.
Atahu Eloheinu,
Atahu Adonenu,
Atahu Malkeinu,
Atahu Moshienu.
Atahu Sheitiru,
Avotenu.
Lefanecha et Ketoret Hasamim.
I want to invite you to take a moment to turn back to page 180. Page 180. We also want to share with you in this beautiful Shabbat of Breshit. That's one name it has. It also has another name of Shabbat Mevarchim HaChodesh. It is the Sabbath before the start of a new Jewish month. And so we want to proclaim it to our congregation and to everyone and look forward that the new month should be a month of peace, of life, of health, of security, of blessing for one and for all. Amen.
Amen. Mi she'asa nisim l'avotenu limotenu, vega'alotam me'avdud lecherud, higalatanu bekarov, mikabetz nilachenu me'arba kanfar ha'aretz, chaverim kol Yisrael v'nomar.
Amen.
Rosh Chodesh Mar Cheshvan yeh b'yom rishon haba aleinu v'al kol Yisrael l'tova.
The new month of Cheshvan will begin tonight when it gets dark after Shabbat and lasts for one day tomorrow on the first day of Cheshvan. May it be a month of bracha v'shalom, of blessing and peace for all of us, for all of Israel, and for all of humanity. A month of life and peace, joy and gladness, deliverance and consolation. And let us say, Amen.
Amen.
We turn to page 205, back close where we were a moment ago, and we invite you to rise for Aleinu.
Aleinu l'shabeach
Ladon hakol,
latet gedula
liotzer breshit,
shelo asanu
kuoyei haratzot,
velo
with me,
samanu
when I do it.
mishpachot adama
Shelo samchalkeinu kahem,
vigor aleinu kechol hamonam
v'anachnu korim, umishtachavim umodim, Lifnei Melech, Malchei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. V'haya Adonai, Lemelech al kol haaretz, Vayom ahu, Yeh Adonai echad, Ushemo, Echad. Those who would like to remain standing for the mourner's Kaddish, please do so. Everyone else invited to be seated. Page 207 are the sacred words of remembrance, and anyone can say them to remember anybody, standing or seated. Those who want to join me together, let us remember those who live on in heaven and in our hearts. Yitkadal, v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, bi'alama divra chirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon v'yomechon, uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala uv'izman kariv v'imaru amen. V'yehei shmei rabba mivorach li'olam ulomei olmaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach, v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal, shmei d'kusha b'richu, le'elah mikol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran bi'alama v'imaru amen. Yehei shloma rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imaru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu yaseh shalom. Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imaru amen. You may be seated, everyone. So Shabbat Shalom, one and all. Good to see you. You glad you came today? I hope so. Yeah? I hope so. Seth, they're glad they came. I know that Seth's excited, and the whole family and friends. And again, every simcha is a celebration, not just for one, but for all. So to the whole Jewish world, we say Mazel Tov. Robin Scott, what a joy. What a great day. You looks like your scheme is going to be a bar mitzvah, then a bat mitzvah. Beautiful. So you had a beautiful bar mitzvah today. So much went into it, so much meaning going all the way through the years. To you, we say Mazel Tov. We know that today had mixed emotions like every day does, because you're remembering in your hearts grandparents and parents, Adele and Stanley and Maury and others who have died. May their memories be a blessing. But we celebrate with grandparents, Susan and Harvey and Annette, and all the relatives and friends, and so much joy in your hearts. Also to become a bat mitzvah to with your son today, what a great thing to live for. Brooke, great job. 3 years from now, baby, we'll hope to see you up here. We're going to hope and pray, Brooke, that room's going to look a little different 3 years from now. We'll hope and pray. But we'll take it one day at a time. And whatever it is, we'll be here. That's what we know. Whatever it is, we're going to do it. Nothing's going to stop us. And to everyone again, Mazel Tov to you and yours. We hope you're taking care of yourselves and enjoy this day. Seth, I have 2 brief thoughts to share with you as you become a bar mitzvah. I wanted to narrow it down one because it's full morning, but I couldn't decide which one. I realized they were both too important, so I'll just make them both brief. You talked about in your speech today that you learned from the story of Genesis that it's good to listen to others. We all know that. We're taught from an early age that we should listen. Listen to parents, listen to teachers, listen to rules, listen to good things. We learned that our whole lives. So if you grow to be 120, we wish the same thing for you. Listen to good things. You had a beautiful reading from Joanna today, I think, that said, doubly blessed is the generation. They listen to each other. The young learn from the old, and the old learn from the young. It's all over the place. It's a great thing. But I wanted to tell you another side of that, the other side. The Bible says, La kol zman. There's a time for everything. Seth, there's certainly a time to listen. Your parents paid me a lot of money to tell you should listen to them no matter what they say. And there is a time to listen. I mean, what is our central declaration of faith? Shema Yisrael. Listen, Israel. There's a God, there's a people, we're all in one, and take care of each other. It all flows from there. So we know about that. But I want to tell you about the other side. Seth, there's a time not to listen. Someone says to you, Seth, let's go hurt that person. Maybe that's a good time to say, you know what, I'm not going to listen to that. I don't think it's such good advice. If someone says, we should all hate them. Maybe you should say, you know what, I don't think that's a good thing to listen to. I don't think we should hate people, no matter for what reason. Certainly not groups of people. There's a lot of things going on in this world that we should not necessarily listen to and hearken to and follow, because they'll take us down an evil path. So I wanted to share that with you. I wish for you the peace and serenity to know when it's time to listen and when it's time not to. When it's time to say yes, when it's time to say no. When it's time to say good advice, I'm following, it's time to say no, that's not right and I'm not going to do it. I wish you wouldn't either. I wish you both, and all of us. The second part is this. We have this beautiful Torah, and what a great time to get in on the story. We all like the beginnings, Once upon a time, since you hear those words, we're all there. What happened? Once upon a time, God created the heaven and the earth. And now we're going to read it for a whole year. We hear the rest of the story. I know you've heard the story before, but there's new lessons. And we're different. So there's a lot to learn. Seth, people try to, like, sometimes they say, nice book, Rabbi. Could you, like, give it to me in a nutshell? I don't have time to read this whole thing. And there's an answer to that. Hillel said, the entire Torah can be boiled down to one verse in Leviticus 19:18. V'ahavta l'reacha kamocha, love your neighbor as yourself. That's the whole Torah. In fact, the rest is commentary. Now you know it, go learn. And he converted people that way because they challenged him. They said, can you tell us this whole thing like in 5? You tell us the whole thing before the commercial's over, the game starts again? One rabbi said, were you kidding? It's so big, I can't do that in a lifetime. The other rabbi said, yeah, I can. Love your neighbor as yourself. That's the whole Torah. He was so impressed, he converted. Couldn't believe what he said. The rabbi was patient with me, gave me an answer. Wow, what a great guy this must be. That's a big thing when people say the whole Torah in a nutshell. But I want to tell you that on your portion today, there's another line, and you refer to it. And Rabbi Joseph Telushkin and others says the whole Torah is right there. When Cain kills Abel, and he's trying to run from God, and God says, where's your brother? We all know what Cain says. What are you asking me for?
Am I my brother's keeper?
What?
No, am I?
Yeah, but before that, how many times have you each said to your kids, where's your brother, where's your sister? Where's your brother, where's your sister? Did you do that? Did you do that? Did he do that? Did she do it? I don't know. Well, I don't know. What does Cain say? Am I my brother's keeper? Hashomer achi anochi? Rabbi Telushkin says, the entire Torah is an answer to that question. And the answer is yes. Because when you read the Torah, it tells us how responsible we are one for another. The Talmud says we're all responsible. When you're walking down the street and you see somebody in trouble, the Jewish way is not to say, I don't know them, nothing to do with me. No, the Jewish way is to say, I might not be able to help everybody, but who can I help? Someone asks for $1 to eat. If you can give the $1, you help. You don't say, I don't know that person, they're a stranger, I don't know. We are told that anytime we can help somebody is blessed. You're walking down the street, right? You're walking down the street. You see your neighbor's dog got out of the yard, right? You're not supposed to say, it's not my dog, couldn't care less. You're supposed to say, wait a minute, I know that dog, and I can get the dog and put it back in. If I can do that, I should do that because I'll be helping them. Otherwise, they're going to be really sad later, and maybe that dog will get lost and die. Telushkin said the entire Torah says, yes, you are your brother's keeper. Don't ever look at another person or another need and say it has nothing to do with me. The reality is we do. We're not gods. We can't fix everything. If we could, remember Bewitched? If we all could wrinkle our noses and make the whole world better. And if you could all wrinkle your noses, I still wouldn't know because you're under those masks. But I wanted to share that with you, Seth, because there are people who look at the world and mostly see themselves and what's in it for them. But we're supposed to take part of our lives and say, why am I here? To help others. And you're really blessed. You have clothes, you have a family, you have a home. You got here, you probably didn't walk. You had baseball stuff to give. You have things to do. There are people around in this neighborhood and around the world that don't have anything I just mentioned. They have nothing. If they get socks, they're thrilled. So the point is, remember your Torah portion, Breshit, and the next time you get a chance to care about something, you don't have to do it all, but you're never supposed to say, I don't care, it's nothing to do with me. He's starving, she's sad, he's getting beaten up, someone's stealing his car. You're supposed to care. And if you care, you'll be a great person, and we already know you do. So I wanted to share those two thoughts with you. Listen to what is right and care about what you can, and start with yourself. Mazel Tov to you on your bar mitzvah day. Mom and Dad, could you come join us on the bima? Brooke, you know that means you too. Brooke, take off the other shoe, sweetheart. There you go. It's an Indian summer. Come on up, baby. There we go. Shoes. Seth, on behalf of the congregation, we want to give you the certificate that always reminds you on Shabbat Breshit, you joined our adult Jewish community. The Talmud says there's a whole journey in front of you. Go study and do Enjoy this day.
Thank you.
Guys want to talk to him?
I'm going first? All right. Be okay if I take this off?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, you're right there.
Okay, yeah, we're just, okay, I'm gonna get a little closer. I'm only gonna be breathing on Seth, hopefully. So Scott wrote the speech. I haven't heard it yet. So we made a deal that he could write the speech, but I get to at least say something. A lot of you know I spend a lot of time on Facebook trying to find things out, and spent the last few months learning how to plan a hybrid bar mitzvah, which has been a whole new deal, in the last few months. I have to be honest, I didn't know what today was going to be like. This is our first bar mitzvah. As you heard Seth say, I never had one, so I didn't necessarily have a vision of what this should or shouldn't be. This is perfect. We are so thankful to have all of you here with us. I'm going to try to say without crying. So very, very thank you all for being here. Thank you for taking what is an understood risk to be indoors, for keeping your masks on, for being here with us, for supporting us. It really means the world to me, and to us, sorry. So in that virtual mitzvah group that I'm in, because it's like 2,000 something strong now, mostly moms, called Virtual Mitzvah Planning, which started sometime this summer, somebody posted a poem that really spoke to me, and I wanted to read it to Seth. I found out this morning that the woman who wrote it, her name is Jennifer Yellen. Her son was bar mitzvahed in August, and she wrote this poem for him, and it's actually gotten passed around a lot. So I can't take credit for this, but it really spoke to me, and I wanted to read it to Seth. As you read from the Torah and lead us in prayer, we hope that you realize how much that we care. Dad and I offer our wishes for you, our hopes and our dreams for the things you'll pursue. That your days fill with wonder, that you always ask why, that you never stop short of the things that you try. That each sunrise begins with new visions, new quests, that each sunset brings knowledge, that you've tried your best. That you awaken each morning with passion renewed, convinced that there's nothing that you cannot do. That you pass on your fortune, that you learn how to give, repairing the world so that others may live. That you question injustice, never cast a blind eye, that you never accept without challenging why. You certainly don't. May you struggle for meaning, may you know right from wrong, may your knowledge of Torah guide you along. And while COVID requires a physical distance, our physicians search for a cure with persistence. And your faith unites us, connects us together, while distanced in space, love can't be severed. Life's what you make it, perspective a gift. May your glass be half full, though the world floats adrift. This world be better because you are in it. You've a lifetime ahead. Now's the time to begin it.
I have to follow that. I should have gone first for that. Let me start by thanking everybody for being here today. It certainly means the world to us that you've braved the pandemic and you've been in here wearing masks for the last 2 hours to show your love and support, so we really, really appreciate that. And of course, thank you to our friends and family from across the country, from Lafayette Hill, Pennsylvania, to members of the Warshawski Family Circle, Robin's Family Cousins Club, which was started in 1958 in Europe and actually got started in Eastern Europe in the late 1800s. Thank you to all of you that are watching and helping to make this the highest rated live stream bar mitzvah in the history of live stream bar mitzvahs, so thank you for that. Seth, I know that although you never met your Grandpop Stanley or your Pop-Up Maury, I truly believe that they are here with you today and in spirit, and they're with you every day looking down on you. And of course, Grandmama Dell, who passed away earlier this year, still very surreal that she isn't with us, but I am so happy and thankful that she got to hear you practice your Torah readings in the house and speaking Hebrew and hearing you, and I know that she was so looking forward to this day, and I really believe that she is here with you today, and she would be so, so proud of you. You know how important Judaism is to your mom and me, even though we grew up very differently. Your mom went to a conservative Orthodox synagogue. I went to a Reform synagogue. Your mom went to 3 or 4 different Hebrew schools. I only went to one Hebrew school. I was bar mitzvahed. Your mom was not. Your mom grew up keeping kosher, no meat and cheese together, and I lived off of cheesesteaks. Hence why I now take a cholesterol-lowering medicine, because of that. But despite our differences in how we grew up, we are thrilled that you have embraced the importance of Judaism and how seriously you've taken this day. I can tell you that after your bris, your mother was imagining this day. She was. She had actually said that to me after bris, I cannot wait for Seth's bar mitzvah. Candidly, what I was thinking after bris was, ow, that has to hurt. It has to hurt. And thankfully, I don't remember my bris very much, so that's good. But if I can actually separate these pages, it would help. There we go. All right. But seriously, though, I know how important Judaism is to you and to everybody else, especially in this family. And the fact that you had to prepare for this day, primarily virtually, is just absolutely amazing. You spent countless hours practicing with Cantor Benjamin with very little help from your mother or me. The fact also that you follow in your mother's footsteps by keeping kosher in the house certainly means something.
And out of the house.
And certainly out of the house too. Although in the house, I do put my cheeseburger on a nice paper plate that I have, and I dangle it in front of you, and you just show that willpower, which is absolutely amazing, and that will serve you very, very well later in life, that you have that willpower. So I commend you for that. And although there are fights that we have with you, like every teenager, whether it's cleaning up your room, walking the dog, stop yelling at your sister for TikToking in front of you, things like that. Like Alexa said, you are a kind, polite, empathetic, loving young man. And the fact, and I won't embarrass you with this, but the fact that I taught you as a son that you are never too old to kiss your father, and the fact that you do that at night and still give me a hug and a kiss goodnight means the world to me, and it bodes well for staying true to that statement later in life as you grow older. Just like with sports, you may not be the biggest kid on the field in either weight or size, height, but you certainly make up for it by giving 100% with the passion that you bring to the table, whether it's in school and being named to the Junior National Honor Society, playing on your travel soccer or field hockey team, and of course in your sincere preparation for this day. One of the greatest compliments that anyone ever said to me actually came from your travel soccer coach, who said, if I could have 15 Seths on my team, I would do it. He's the perfect teammate, a pleasure to coach, goes anywhere on the field I need him to go, doesn't beg to play certain positions, etc. And that captures who you are. You are a team player, you are a good soul overall. And because you are such a sports guy, like your dad, let me close with some analogies as to what this day is and really what you accomplished today. What you accomplished is like scoring the winning goal in Game 7 of a Stanley Cup Finals. What you accomplished today is like hitting a buzzer beater to win the NBA championship. What you accomplished today is catching the winning touchdown pass as time expires to win the Super Bowl. And of course, saving the best for last, what you accomplished today is you're coming to the plate, bottom of the ninth inning, tie game, Game 7 of the World Series. And what does Seth do? Hits a walk-off home run, right? Walk-off, like that, how we did that? Ah. A little late to the crowd, everybody. A little late to the crowd with that. It's all right. You got it. So, on behalf of all of us up here and everybody down there, congratulations to you, Mazel Tov. We are so proud of you, we love you, and we are absolutely blessed to call you our son. We love you.
Adam Scott, thank you so much for sharing your hearts with all of us. Don't go anywhere. Stay here. We're going to sing Adon Olam now, do Kiddush and Amotzi, bless our bar mitzvah and all of us, and move on to the next beautiful part of this day. It's on page 211. What?
I flipped right to it by accident.
It wasn't by accident. I think God wanted to help you along there because you did a good job. So in 211, please join us in Adon Olam. Lach Yitzir Nivra V'chavtzo Kol Shemo Nikra Kichlot HaKol Yimloch Nora V'hu Hoveh B'tifara V'ain sheni lehachbira v'li tachlit V'hamisra.
Avihu Eli.
V'chai gali.
V'tzor chavli.
V'yetzara.
V'hu nisi.
Umanosli.
V'nat kosi.
B'yom ekra.
B'ya'ado.
Afkid ruchi.
V'yetisha.
V'ya'ira.
V'yimruchi.
Geviati.
Adonai li.
Velo ira. Don't go anywhere. Stay right there. We'd like to invite Rabbi Ronnie to come join us with Cantor Benjamin. And all of you who are with people, we'd like to invite you, everyone, to rise and put your arms around people you're comfortable doing so for the blessing of our bar mitzvah and us all.
Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha.
Ken yehi ratzon.
Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha.
Ken yehi ratzon.
Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom.
Ken yehi ratzon.
May God bless you and protect you. May God's face shine light upon you and show you favor. May God's face be lifted toward you and bestow upon you peace.
Amen. Mazel Tov for everybody. Thank you, guys. Take that cup, Seth. Hold that real high. Kiddush cup. Together, Brei Priya Gafen. Real loud. Baruch atah Adonai. Everybody. Eloheinu melech olam. Borei Priya Gafen. Amen. Go ahead, take that mask down. Take a good sip of that. There you go. Let's wish for Seth well. L'chaim. Excellent. Go ahead. Go ahead. Lift that up. Do you take a challah? Where's Brooke? Brooke, hold that one. No, just lift up the cup. Take one challah, give your sister one.
You just made her so happy.
Take that. Take that. Hold them real high together. Together. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam. Hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Amen. Mazel Tov, everybody. Shabbat Shalom to everyone who's been with us on stream and Zoom. Mazel Tov, and have a great day. And to everyone who is staying here to be with the Walkoff celebration, it's out in the parking lot. And just be careful, be safe when you drive. And have a Yom Tov. Good day, good year. We'll see you soon. I have simchas. Good stuff, guys. Thanks. Hey, Mazel Tov. So happy for you guys.